watching Hustle and Heart TV, a video podcast show that spotlights expert advice from top money earners, successful entrepreneurs, superstar network marketers, and leading authorities in business and marketing. I'm Darieth Chisolm. I'm inviting you into my home and I'm bridging my own personal success as an entrepreneur, MLMer, news anchor, and now video podcast show host to help you leverage more tools and resources, make more money, and generate more ways to take action, become a rock star, and love your journey.
Stephanie, what an honor to have you here on Hustle and Heart TV. You are really rocking it in the world, and we're so excited that you're part of this Hustle Hangout with us. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here today. I'm very excited to be here too.
So you're up to a lot of things, including Success Society. What is that, and how did that come to be?
Oh, wow. Success Society is really a collaborative community. It was built specifically to inspire, empower, educate, and unite women worldwide. And honestly, it came out of my own personal need for affordable resources and tools when I first became a female entrepreneur. I was struggling significantly in my first year of business, and I was seeking outside resources to help me grow my business that were affordable, and I found it very hard to find. So it's pretty much a direct reflection of all my values, beliefs, and passions.
So you said it came out of your own need to find the resources that you've now put together in Success Society. Tell us more about that.
So I was struggling when I started my first business. I have a business called Accessory Fanatic. I started it several years ago. In my first year of business, I was struggling with overwhelm. I was overworked, significantly underpaid, and downright exhausted. And after the first year of my business, I really was resenting my choice to become a female entrepreneur and to start my own business. And honestly, that's not the way you want to feel when you start your own business. And so that was one of the most important pieces in the journey to creating Success Society. It was my own personal need. We have now created a platform that has all these resources and tools in a community-based setting where we're collaborating and we're each putting forth our greatest gifts to the world. So I have a sophisticated board of CEOs that are experts in their industries that teach new content monthly. We have a free basic membership, and then we have a paid membership. And so it's all based on affordable education and mentoring. When I specifically went out and got a mentor that believed in my mission and vision as much as I did, my life and my business changed completely. So I understand the value of having someone on your team that's really rooting you on and giving you the tools and the experience and the relationships and the education that they've been able to acquire throughout their journey too.
So we'll talk a little bit more about those resources that are inside of Success Society and how this collaboration is really supporting other women business owners who might feel spastic and stressed out like I sometimes do, and I'm sure many of our viewers do. But let's back up and even talk about that and really getting real with the fact that many of us are wearing multiple hats as business owners, and we're trying to juggle it all and probably feel like we're overworked and underpaid, and sometimes do end up resenting what it is that we call our dreams and our passions. And how do we move past that? Because oftentimes, you know, it can stall us and stop us, but getting over it is where we find our greatest achievements.
Exactly. So I actually have the joy of speaking to women about this every single day. I get to speak to them about my own personal experience, my own journey, my own story. And for me, there was several very important pieces to this puzzle. One, I invested in myself. I hired a business consultant actually at first, but when we started working together, it became obvious I really needed more of a personal, maybe life coach or mentor that, again, was enrolled in my vision just as much as I was. But the accountability was a really huge piece of the puzzle for me into overcoming the fear, the feelings of anxiety, and really putting together a plan of action where I could have small, manageable steps every single day that I could be moving in the direction of accomplishing my greatest dreams and desires and overall the greater vision. Also, getting on top of my time. That was a major thing for me. When I started working with my mentor specifically, this is really, I'm a little bit embarrassed to say this, but I had 25,000 emails in my inbox. I was, yeah, I know, I don't want
to. Yes, I know.
Yeah, and you know, and now I don't have really more than 30 at any given time. And it was something that I had to clean it out because I didn't even realize it, but I was carrying around all this extra baggage. And that was giving me the feelings of overwhelm and anxiety that when I would wake up in the morning, I would pop out of bed and I'd be like, oh, I have to check my emails because there's probably 600 more in there. You know, it was like this constant feeling that I had to get through. And I didn't even know until somebody put me on blast. My mentor said, open up your inbox and tell me how many emails were in there. And I was like, oh my God, no, there's 25,000, you know? And he was like, okay, and your task for the week is spending your time cleaning it out. And it was just like, it's pretty simple. It sounds so simple, but I speak to women all the time that are just completely overcome by this email inbox. And once I was able to clear that out and get a system in place that could help me manage my time, it felt like 50 pounds were lifted off my shoulders. You know, I was no longer the bottleneck in my own system. So that was a huge thing for me. And also getting really clear, like, who am I? Why am I doing this? Why am I working so hard? What's my story? Not the story that's been created for me. What is the story that I'm going to tell the world moving forward? You know, why am I doing this? What's the bigger picture? And that was another very pivotal moment for me, was to really determine the bigger picture, the bigger vision. Why am I doing this? For myself, for my family, for women worldwide? What did that look like? You know, and some things for me I found out in my previous business were out of alignment. And now everything that I'm crazy about, that I love, that I'm passionate about, and my beliefs are infused into the way that we built Success Society. So the other thing is, I talk to women, I think we have this thing called perfection paralysis, which is really terrifying and paralyzing. And when we get through the fact that we can still have it all and we don't have to be or do it all, life starts to get a lot easier. Business starts coming to you instead of vice versa. Things start jiving. It just starts happening. And so we've kind of created that within this space where we all contribute only the things we're best at. And then we have the other team of amazing women around us to help us and support us with the things that we're not. So for me, that was huge.
So it sounds like Success Society, and this is in no way to misrepresent what it is, but is this beautiful collaboration of other successfully talented women who are giving the information and the tools and the resource to help successful women figure it out. Like, just release the things that are holding them back, find ways to clean out their inbox, find ways to become aligned with what it is that they find as their true mission, almost like having a group of coaches. And I am a huge advocate of coaching in that I have a couple myself, but I'm also coaching others, so I understand the value of that. But it looks like that this Success Society is like one-stop shopping for women to help them find the other bits and pieces to begin to balance and align their lives.
Yes, you're absolutely right. That was pretty much spot on. I believe greatly, again, that we can have it all, but we don't have to be or do it all. And for me, that was a major shift when I realized that, because when I first started my business, you think when you're a startup and the money might not be coming in the way you anticipate it, that it will, that you just have to do everything. And the thing is, that was accomplishing me from achieving any level of success, because I'm not good at everything. And when I just became clear and okay with the fact that I'm not good at everything, but that I can enroll a team of women that are good at all these other things, everything started to grow. My life was enriched, their life was enriched, we all grow together. So, I have women that I have a small business attorney that contributes how to protect your business in the early stages of startup. I have a PR and branding expert on my team. I teach women about confidence and building an empire. I have a nutritional health and fitness guru. So it's just, I have somebody that's very focused on the soul centering. I have somebody that focuses on leadership, on sales, how to be a salesperson without actually being salesy, right? That's still important in business. How to follow up effectively. All of these pieces are what creates a truly successful organization. And I think women need the community. And in my world, I would say that our success in such a short amount of time is entirely contributed to the fact that I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration and community.
And it sounds like that's exactly what Success Society is. So we've got a few things that I really want to dive in on. One is the elements of Success Society. So if someone were going to enroll, what they would get out of it and the cost and the tools that are inside of it. I'd love to also talk about how you created it. There are probably people that are watching or listening who are on the forefront of developing their own collaborative communities and wanting to have the opportunity to duplicate and or model like this, but realizing that sometimes the strategies and tips and information they can glean from someone can help them along the way. And then I'd love to talk about accessory fanatics and the start of that business and where things are going. So we have so much more to dive in with you, and we'll do that when we come right back.
Okay.
Are you looking for a way to advertise your business, product, or service? Why not do it here on Hustle and Heart TV? We'd be happy to send you our media kit for show sponsorship and advertising. Reach out to us at info@dariethchisolm.com or give us a call at 412-692-1600 and we'll send you a media kit with all the information.
Hey, it's Tam Michelle with Tie the Knot Tuesday here at the Pittsburgh Marriott City Center, where we take care of all of your event and meeting needs brilliantly. So today we're going to talk about table linens. Now, while most of the time you can find your black and white linens, the one thing amazing about the Pittsburgh Marriott is that we offer you a choice. Some of the packages include different colors, while even some include different fabrics, from some shimmer to some glam to the extra bling. While you handle the I-dos, we can handle the to-dos. For your wedding and event needs, like us on Facebook at the Pittsburgh Marriott City Center and call us at 412-918-1373 and ask for me, Tam Michelle. Keep smiling.
This is not a hotel. It's an idea that travel should be brilliant. Because it's not only about where you're staying, it's about where you're going. The promise of spaces far beyond your imagination. We're here to advance the art of hosting so you can make the most of your journey. Pittsburgh Marriott City Center. Travel brilliantly.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Saunders, Executive Director of Strong Women, Strong Girls, and you're watching Hustle and Heart TV.
So Stephanie's giving us invaluable tools on ways to align our greatest gifts and talents and not freak out and get the things done that we want. And part of it is this Success Society that you have built. And I've had an opportunity to go through the website a little bit. I love it. But for those people unfamiliar, tell them what they'll find inside of Success Society.
Absolutely. So we have a free basic membership, so it's open to all women worldwide. I mean, men can absolutely join as well. It's just we don't have very many men in our community right now. There's a lot of, feminine energy there. But you can go to styleyoursuccess.com. You can become a member for free. And what the free members will get is access to all of our success stories. And I like to say they're very authentic success stories because the women that have shared these stories have been able to overcome obstacles in all areas of life, and they have a very wonderful story to share, and they've been able to create success in life and business on so many different levels. We also encourage our members in our community to interact, to get to know each other. We all have the same mission at mind. And the other thing is we have forums, so they can start, run, or contribute to a forum of their choice. We have inspiration and motivation always infused in our community, and that's free as well. And then we have a paid membership, which is really, I like to say, the most affordable and the juiciest value for what you get as an online mentoring tool, and that is it's a $97 a month membership. And what our members get at that level is access to 5 e-courses monthly that they choose. Because I think in life and business, things come up and we need to be able to react to those things that maybe we don't anticipate. So we give our members the ability to choose the help that they need every month. They get 5 new e-courses, and they have elite access to our sophisticated CEOs. So they can speak with them one-on-one should they want to get extra assistance. The other thing, which is really cool, is that we have custom-built accountability tools. So for me, I mentioned earlier, the accountability was one of the most significant pieces in my personal and professional transformational journey that I went on working with a mentor. And so we've created a system that speaks to our members, and we reward them for accomplishing positive change. So that means coming back every day to add their goals into what we call our Passion Planner application, or to reach milestones within their goals, or overall achieve their goals. They get points for those positive behaviors. They also get points for connecting with other members, or starting, running, or contributing to a forum. And at the end of the month, those points translate into potential featured story space on our homepage, which essentially we sell as well. So it's a great opportunity for them to tell the world what they're doing.
It is. It's great. And what's equally important is, as you say, women can choose, or anyone can choose, one of those 5 e-courses. And at any given time the next month, they could choose something else.
They get 5 per month. So yeah, they choose 5. Yeah.
And so give us an idea of some of those courses.
Productivity, time management tools, how to protect your business in the early stages of startup, how to balance your mind, body, and your business, how important it is to still eat, sleep, take care of yourself. You know, when your mind and your body are not in the right place, you can't be the best CEO, boss, mentor, whatever it may be. I teach on confidence and building an empire, secrets to massive success. What exactly changed my life in this experience? We give it all. How to be more soul-centered, how to align with your passions and your purpose. PR and branding tips, how to brand your business on a shoestring budget. These are all examples of some of the courses you'll find in the Style Your Success Society.
Fabulous. So let's switch gears and talk a little bit about how to create a community like this. Many entrepreneurs are perhaps in that stage where they have begun to collaborate with others in their industry, and they're thinking about, gee, if I created a membership website or an opportunity for people to come to one place and get the tools, the resources, the training, the support from other successful experts. What are the processes to beginning that, and some steps and action items that people should do in order to create their own communities?
Well, first of all, I have to say, give a big shout out to my team. I have a team of, I would say right now we have 9 people on the team. And that's a web developer and a graphic designer and a copywriter and a PR and branding expert and a social media team and a membership director and an advertising director and a communications director. And if I didn't have those people on my team, I couldn't do this alone. It's very important to put together the team that believes, again, in your mission and vision just as much as you do. So my team is all around the United States, actually all around the world, and we come together, and it's almost like putting together a symphony. Everybody knows their piece to the puzzle, so it's important to put together a really solid team that can help you accomplish your goals. That leads me into goals. It's really important to have a plan of action. I mean, my vision for Success Society was so clear that I could speak and tell you every single piece of it before it even existed. And I think that's really important as well. I mean, I looked into every different corner. How is this going to operate? How is this going to operate? How are members going to interact? How are they going to get fulfilled in the community? How is the membership going to grow? Who's going to be on the team? Who are we going to enroll? What does the board of sophisticated CEOs look like? And every single aspect of my business was completely clear before it was even created. So having a solid plan of action with even how I work with my clients with small, manageable steps, because sometimes when you look at the big picture and it's not actually real yet, it can be overwhelming at times. but having small manageable steps along the way, actually working backwards, taking the overall really big vision and then breaking it down into what can you do today, right now, today, to start moving in that direction, and then things become so much more manageable. So I would say those are really important pieces. A web developer is a very big piece of that puzzle. I have one that's, works for us every day of the week. He's part of the team. That was significant. I'm the visionary, I'm the creative, I'm the one. But if I didn't have that, if I really didn't have all of my team, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I think those 2 points are really important in creating a whole community concept.
Yeah, and I definitely...
And reach out to me. I'm always willing to help people. If somebody wants to embark on this journey and I can be of assistance in some way, send me a message. Find me at Success Society. Hook up with me. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. I'm in the throes of developing the Video Podcast Academy, which is a community of experts in podcasting and marketing and branding and all of the tools that you'll need to start and make, market, and monetize a podcast and a video podcast. So the community will be primarily made up of several other experts, including myself, to teach those in a membership based. So I know exactly where you are, and I see it. I can see every component of it, every piece of it, and now it's just moving all of those things into place to make it a home for those people who want that level of support and the opportunity to watch videos and trainings and tools. So I'm completely there with you. I also realize that it is so important to do that because you can't be everything to everyone. And what I'm sure many of us find when our calling and our passion is to serve others and to work in the capacity that you're working, that I'm working, that so many other people are working, is that you want to give it all, you want to do it all, and then you realize, I can't. Oh, so the best way to do that is to collaborate with others to make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a huge, 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 huge piece to the puzzle. I find that when you, again, put forward what you're greatest at, and then you have a team of people to support you, and everybody's just putting forward their greatest strengths and their unique gifts and talents, it literally comes together like a beautiful symphony. Yeah. And I think, if you take a look on our site, you can see all the effort that was put, all the love and the passion and everything that was put into this. But, yeah, it's not just me. I mean, definitely not. No, a team is necessary.
It is beautiful, and it is clear that having team, having goals, having vision, and then getting to work is what it certainly is going to take to pull something off like this. So let's back up a moment and talk about Accessory Fanatics, your first business, how you started that, and what that is, and what's happening with it.
So actually, Accessory Fanatic is now a piece of Success Society. So it's that edgy piece of style. I studied fashion at FIT in New York City, funny enough. So as I mentioned earlier, Success Society is truly a reflection of every angle and passion and love and value of who I really am. So even that edgy piece of style. But, speaking about being able to overcome overcome obstacles as an entrepreneur or somebody that's in a business. I started Accessory Fanatic about 2.5 years ago. I left corporate America. We all have our story. I left corporate America about 4 years ago. I was consulting in this space. It really wasn't gratifying for me at that moment. So I decided to take the plunge and start my own business. And I started Accessory Fanatic. And I kind of felt like I was driving like a car blindfolded. Like, again, I had really no idea what it took to really run, operate, and grow a successful business. So I struggled. But, I kept going at it and going at it and going at it and going at it. And what I realized throughout this journey is, like, things are actually supposed to feel like you're going down a stream. It's not supposed to feel like you're fighting the current and you're going backwards. And sometimes I even find a lot in women that we're very committed to our ideas, which is great. But in business, sometimes you have to learn how to shift and tweak the system to be brought to the place of what you're really meant to be. And I think, Accessory Fanatic was that stepping stone and that journey that I needed to take to really get from here to there to the bigger picture. Actually, in August, we were faced with a trademark opposition from a top 50 internet retailer. And, you know, my mind was already thinking bigger picture, bigger vision. What do I really believe in? Where is this all going? And the thing was, and I was getting all these signs from the universe that it was time to do something really bigger. And then I received a letter saying, oh, we want to, you know, take your name and your intellectual property. I felt like this was it. This was the time to really shine. I wasn't discouraged by it. I said, you know what? Everything in the universe is telling me to move forward with my idea, my concept to launch Success Society. So in the end, it's become an absolute gift. So the accessory, the edgy piece of style is still completely infused in Success Society. It's just we're now in the process of changing our name. So that's kind of a little bit of a mini condensed version of the story.
Yeah, and that's interesting how our life stories, and our history weave in and out and ultimately land us where we are. And you never know why you're going in one direction. It could be just the scenic route to get into where it is that you really want to go.
Exactly, yeah.
Tell us maybe your biggest challenge that you've had and it sounds like in August that might have been it, but you didn't allow it to be that. But maybe some of the biggest challenges that you faced and how you overcame them?
So the trademark was definitely a challenge, and actually we're coming through to the other end. We are negotiating to actually sell our name, so we did turn a potentially negative situation into a positive one. And hey, look, our platform is growing now like wildfire in our new home at Success Society. So I think I turn obstacles into opportunities. And I think it's very important when running and growing and operating a business that has to be your mentality, because truthfully, things are going to continue to come into your plate or into your way, and you have to look at it from a different perspective. See, if I looked at this this obstacle with this trademark as, oh my God, I'm going to let this crush my dreams and my vision, I would be out of business. But I didn't. I said, you know what? Let me take a step back. It's time to really look at the bigger picture and the bigger vision and see where I want this whole thing to go. Where do I want this to go for myself, for my family, for women worldwide? And to be honest with you, it was a gift, because yeah, it forced me to have to take action. So yes, it was a minor temporary obstacle that I then used to transform into an opportunity. Another thing was just really learning the tools, how to run, to start, to grow a business, how to make a business profitable, all of those things, how to protect your business that I, unfortunately, in some cases, had to learn the hard way. But then again, Success Society is the community that's built on helping women overcome all those things, the fear, the struggle. And now I say, why struggle when you can succeed, right? We're giving you all the tools to do so. So.
Great, good. Well, we need to take a break, but when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about just what we started with, and that is this feeling that I think most very busy entrepreneurs have, and that's this, oh my God, I'm spinning my wheels. Am I ever going to get there? And how to move out of that and move into a place that allows us to attract what it is that we need to grow the lives that we ultimately want to live. So we'll talk more with you about that in a moment.
Thank you.
So what steps have you taken lately to take your business to a whole nother level? Or are you stuck or stalled? I'd love to hear from you. So send me an email at info@dariethchisolm.com, or you can like me on Facebook at Darieth Chisolm or on Twitter at Darieth Chisolm and share your journey. Ask me a question, give me a topic or two, or a potential show guest. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Maybe your manuscript has been rejected for the 10th time. Maybe you're already published, but sales are almost non-existent. The defeated feeling is the same. It's time to get it done right. Rochelle Carter, the author of The 7-Step Guide to Entrepreneurship, has the answers that will turn your career around. Rochelle leads you through the powerful 7 steps, guiding you as you become a successful author and entrepreneur. Build your writing talents into a business, a platform that can sell you and everything you write, giving you what every writer wants, a continuing money flow. Rochelle Carter shares the tried and true, as well as the new, most effective, smart, and affordable steps to plan your publication and sell more books. To be a successful professional writer, the 7-Step Guide to Entrepreneurship is a must-read, a guide you will return to time and time again.
Bad things happen to good people. Accidents, serious injuries, or even death. When they do, families call Frank Walker Law, where we fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
What's up? I'm the artist, and this is my pencil, and you will see me on the next episode of Hustle and Heart TV with Darieth Chisolm.
So I know we're all sometimes facing the challenge of spinning our wheels and spending a lot of time and working really hard trying to build our dreams and build our businesses. And oftentimes we feel off-centered or out of alignment and even sometimes throw our hands up. But there's this opportunity, I think, to learn from that and to change our mindset and our energy to begin attracting what we need to grow the businesses that we want and the lives that we want. And it sounds like you've done a very effective job at doing that. How so?
Actually, it's very funny. Very much of what you just spoke about. I teach an 8-week boot camp now online, actually, and it takes women specifically through this transformational journey that I went on. Probably it was about a year-long journey. I mean, every day I'm still improving. You know, I always am trying to educate myself, get more knowledge on things. But the first piece in the puzzle that was very significant was what I call clearing the mental clutter. It's something I also see that a lot of women really, really struggle with. It's the stories that we tell ourselves that are keeping us stuck. It's the good news is it's just a story. At any moment in time, you can tell a different story. You are not the story that you've been telling yourself. So for me, it was I had to get through a lot of the stuff that was holding me back. Maybe my fear of failure. You know, there was some things that came up in business that, you know, people didn't operate out of integrity, and that happens. And I had to get past that to be able to move forward. Basically, I had to get it out of my own way. And once I was able to do so, everything else started coming together for me. You know, when I was living in fear and overwhelm, I couldn't see 2 feet in front of my current situation. So I definitely couldn't look at the bigger picture. And that was something that I was struggling with, and I had to be able to get past that. And when I embarked on this journey of creating Success Society, it was so much of everything that I believe in that everything started, it was crystal clear of what it was going to look like I mentioned earlier, before it even existed. The other thing is, I always, in working with clients, I always tell them, instead of thinking of your current situation, which may be lacking whatever you want to achieve, envision your life as if it's in the outcome, as if it already exists. And it's a very powerful mindset tool, and I don't like to say I'm really woo-woo, but I've applied these things in my life and my business, and I've seen how the world has opened up and really come together for me. So I would say those 2 things, one is the belief in yourself. You got to get rid of whatever's holding you back. You got to establish first what those fears are, activate them, identify them, activate them, and get rid of them, because they're not going to serve you at any point in your business or your existence. And then start living in the outcome as if it already exists. So
You bring me to the point I was going to ask, and that's lifestyle. On our show, on Hustle and Heart TV, we focus on leadership, on leverage, and we've talked clearly about those 2 things as it relates to you and forming Success Society. But then lifestyle and loving your journey. And in that, lifestyle looks like a lot of different things. For many people, it could be, you know, what they equate to the amount of money that they're earning, or perhaps having the opportunity to travel and do what they want, or give in a very philanthropic way. So for you, define what lifestyle is and how are you living that, and then tell us what loving your journey is about.
Oh, wow. So I'm living it all right. I would say waking up every day and loving what you do. I don't work less today than I actually did when I first started Accessory Fanatic, but I love it. It's so in alignment with who I am. I can't get enough. Helping women and seeing their lives and their businesses change is so incredibly gratifying. I'm getting feedback from members on our platform that are watching these modules, and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is why I wake up every day. This is why I keep doing what I'm doing. It's that constant drive, that motivation, and that fire in my belly, really, to be aligned with something that I love so much. Family is a huge thing for me, right? And my family's in New York. I can go at any point in time. I used to not be able to make those choices when I was working corporately. I'm in control of this ship now, For the first week in January, I was in St. Bart's for a week. I was working. I was like, this is awesome, So travel is a huge thing. I love it. I can go anywhere. I could take my business with me wherever we go. And I set it up that way because these things are so important to me in my life, who I am, what I value, and what I'm crazy and passionate about. So I think lifestyle is being true to who you really are. It's not having society dictate how you're supposed to be. It's being whoever you are, and in doing so, it's so rewarding to do that, and you start creating a tribe of people that authentically relate and want to be around you. So it's been a really fun journey, and lifestyle is a big piece. Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. And you're right. It's in visualizing that and putting it out there and knowing that it can be yours and working towards it. And that level of achievement happens because the faith and belief is there. And it's clear that you've been able to do that. So we typically end our show with 2 tips that we like to leave with our Hustle and Heart viewers and listeners. And that is, what is your hustle tip and what is your heart tip?
So my hustle and my heart tip are, I would say, very much intertwined, but a little bit of loving your journey. Like, we have one opportunity to do this. When you are just so enrolled in what you're doing, all the pieces start just coming together. So, it's not so much anymore of a hustle for me, really. It's the journey. It's a symphony. It's a beautiful thing how it all really comes together. Loving what you do, it's like it's kind of cliche, but you really are not working a day in your life, right? So figuring that out and never giving up. Ever. Just believing so greatly in the future of whatever is to come that you open up that space and you make room in your life for those beautiful things to happen. So I would say together, that's my hustle and heart tip for the day.
Are you looking for a career that pays great money, working with a fun group of people? I know, sounds too good to be true, right? Hi, I'm Troy Miles of the Miles Group.
We will train you, help you get your license, even supply leads. No cold calling. I've been here 2 years and earned 6 figures this year.
I love my job.
I love the freedom and being my own boss.
If you would like to work among friends, have a great time, and make good money, call us.
Find out more at tmilesgroup.com.
Hi, I'm John Pernaris of the John Pernaris Agency in Ambridge, Pennsylvania. One of my biggest pet peeves is when the IRS rips you off. We've been in business since 1950, and for 65 years, we have been committed into saving you money on your taxes. We keep the IRS off your back and out of your pocket. You can visit us on our website at johnpernerasagency.com. Find us on Facebook at Facebook John Pernaris Agency for money-saving tips, and you can call us at 724-266-4100 to book an appointment now.